unforgettable catastrophes. Hi guys, my name is Shun and today we're gonna talk about unforgettable catastrophes. Let's start. Sorry. Now there are a lot of catastrophes that will happen in the whole wide world. Some of them were tsunamis, some of them were earthquakes, some of them were just explosions and radiation of bombs. But I'll tell you what, there's no best and strongest catastrophe, unforgettable ones. Now, let's talk about it. Now, there are a lot of natural catastrophes, but some sources are man-made disasters. Most of the things that happen, our catastrophes that are unforgettable is man-made. This is crazy, guys. And this is the amount of catastrophes the Earth gets every year. Look at it. Now it says 53.8% of natural catastrophes. Well, that does make sense, because it has many natural catastrophes. And if you ever watched this movie called Geostorm, it's about making a storm that it accidentally made a storm all around the world. It made tornadoes in some place and floods in other places, a drought, and you get my point. And people try to control it better, but they couldn't. And somehow they survived. I think I never even watched the movie. Now, you might say time travel doesn't exist. Well, it can. Only if you can ride to speed of light, like a jet that is riding the speed of light. Well, that would be cool, but still, it will still be dizzy. Now, this guy named Albert Einstein thought of this formula called E equals mc squared. E equals energy, m equals mass, and c is how much speed the light goes, and that is squared, like in the area, only it's a bit different. And if you can just use this formula in a jet, you will time travel into the future or the past or anywhere. Also, there is an airship called the Hindenburg, and instead of using helium, it used hydrogen. And if hydrogen reacted to some substances into the airship, it will burn the airship. But they were very careful. But when they tried to land, the hydrogen reacted with some of the chemicals, which made the whole airship burn. And it crashed, killing 1,000 people, almost all of them. Only few survived. And airships today use helium, which won't react to anything because they have a full outer shell. They won't react to anything. They won't even try to bond. They won't like it. And this is the cabin where people live. And if you ever went into the airship's helium place, you would just float like air. Cool. And the rocket ship, you might know, is called the Challenger. On January 28th, the Challenger space shuttle exploded. It was just a minute into its flight, and then it just exploded. Nobody knows how, but all 7 astronauts aboard were killed in the flame. They weren't wearing fireproof shirts, in my opinion. Now, also the Hiroshima and the Nagasaki. Let's go back to the days of World War II. And right there, Japan launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. And this is the picture of Pearl Harbor above. It's in Hawaii. Pearl Harbor. The United States didn't enter World War II right away. On December 7, 1941, Japanese planes attacked the military base in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Over 2,300 Americans were killed. Some of them were young, but some young guys survived. Others didn't. And that day is a day after that bombing day in December 7th. A day after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, well, that was a speech, and it is called D-Day. And it is when a speech where Franklin D. Roosevelt talked about. It's still a famous date. If you also heard about the Titanic, it's a giant ship with a luxurious thing, and it died in the first flight. It's a she to people. It looks alive to people though. And these are just some of the class cabins for people who can afford tickets. And their food is free for some of them. And the BP oil spill is how there is oil in the oceans now, and we will have to, well, clean it up. And this pelican is not covered with chocolate, but oil. Oil is bad for it, and if you drink it, it dies. And this researcher is looking in this water for natural gases and for oil. And oil-degrading marine bacteria help break down oil from the spill, but it can't do this fast enough, so we'll have to collect most of it. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch resides within this slow-moving zone that allows floating debris to build up. And there are a lot of other natural catastrophes that will happen. And that's the end of this video, and I'll see you next time. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and hit that like button and hit that bell notification so you won't miss any of my videos. And I'll see you next time. Shannon out!